What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 10 of our Manchester United Let's Play here in Football Manager 2021. Today we have the Champions League semi-final against Juventus, a huge game, a scary game. And well, given our recent form, I'm not feeling all that confident. You can see down here, we've played 3 matches since we were last here. 1 win, 1 draw, and a defeat. Yes, a second defeat in the league this season. It's all gone horribly wrong, everyone. The good news is we won the FA Cup game, which was perhaps the most important out of all of these. Of course, we've built up a cushion in the league, so slipping up wasn't too much the end of the world. So yeah, let's talk about these, shall we? We started off with a game against Chelsea. It was at Wembley. This was a really hard-fought game, but with 10 minutes left, Thiago Silva was caught out of possession by Mason Greenwood, and he broke through to score the only goal of the game. Yeah, it was a really close game. It was nervy, but a fortunate goal perhaps, but a goal nevertheless. And well, if that game was disappointing with only the 1 goal, the next game against Man City did not disappoint. Unless you're a Manchester United fan, because we were 3-1 up in this game. Yes, it was great to see Musa get off to a flying start in this game, of course. I bigged him up last episode saying about how he was going into the first team and looking great. He scored after just 3 minutes. Rashford then scored another for us to make it 2-0 within the first 20 minutes. And from there, albeit away from home, I felt like we were going to cruise to victory. Man City had other ideas. Raheem Sterling with a really nice finish, taking it round De Gea, made it 2-1 at the break. Or rather, not at the break, because Musa scored before the break. It was 3-1 at the break, so I was pretty happy. You know, team talk came in. Well done, lads. You're doing great. Bottled it in the second half, didn't we? I mean, the silver lining was Musa looked great again, and we're going to need him to look great again because Pogba, unfortunately, isn't fit today to take on his former club. But yes, as I mentioned, in the second half, we crumbled. 2 goals going in favour of Man City, the latter of which, I'm going to be honest, De Gea mistake. I think the keeper's made an absolute clanger there. He hasn't made many this year, but that was a bad one. 3-3 it finished. We had to settle for a draw. And well, if that was disappointing, away from home against Tottenham, it got 10 times worse. We lost 1-0. A solitary goal in this one. I believe it was Harry Kane with it. I'm racking my memory about it. Was it Harry Kane? I'm gonna have to check, everyone. You're watching the highlights. I can check in the background. It's fine. It was Harry Kane. It was in the 74th minute, and it finished 1-0. So yeah, not an ideal run of form. As I mentioned, the only real kind of good bit of news is we had such a big cushion in the league, and I had played a rotated team as a result of feeling fairly comfortable. So we go into today's games fairly fit, and equally, we still do have an 11-point cushion at the top. We still look pretty good at the top of the table. You can see here as well, we have guaranteed ourselves Champions League football next year. So our transfer budget has been given to us. £137 million. It actually wasn't quite that high, but if we just look here on the outs, Danny James is going to be leaving us. I sold him. How much did I get for him, you might ask? Almost £20 million. I think that's a really good deal. Leipzig, thank you very much. And you may have even caught wind of here. On the ins, I think I found my first signing of the summer, he says at the end of April. But yes, I'm looking at Alessandro Bastoni, 22 years old, just broken into the Italy national team, been playing regularly for Inter, and I think at 22 years old, he could be a really good centre-back option. If we just look at him perhaps compared to our best centre-back, Harry Maguire, you can see here, not quite matching Harry perhaps in the defending or the aerial or the mentals, but he's 21 or 22 now. He had his birthday 2 weeks ago. He's incredibly young, a big player for the future, and I think longer term he would be a top centre-back option. And actually, the fee that we've agreed, if we just look here, is only 54 million. I say only, it's still not a small amount of money, but for a really good young centre-back who just looks like he's ready to, you know, slot straight into the first team and be that star centre-back we kind of needed alongside Maguire this year, I think he makes a lot of sense. So, if we do get that deal done, we are still going to have about 80 million left to spend on a big player or two. And to be honest, in signing a centre-back, I feel like our squad would be looking fairly complete. Anyway, looking ahead to today's game against Juventus, the squad does not look complete. Phil Jones is still injured. Marcus Edwards has got injured again. He's had so many injuries this side of Christmas. I'm very upset about it. I mean, look at it. He's missed so much football. Missed 6 weeks through injuries at the start of the year, then twisted his knee and missed a game, and now he's got injured again, unfortunately for us, and it's looking very likely he will miss both legs of today's games. You can also see, looking on the bench, Van der Beek and Pogba Also carrying knocks. Yes, it's just a little bit mad what's going on at the moment. They're both kind of fit enough to be able to chance on the pitch, but I don't really want to aggravate any injuries. So it does mean that of our kind of starting 11 for today's game, there is a glaring weakness, shall we say. Fred is going to have to play deep line playmaker. He's okay at deep line playmaker, to be fair. Musa, you're playing Mazzala again, mate. He's enjoying his first team football. He's developing well. He scored 2 against Man City. I mean, the fact he's not getting called up for the US men's national team lately is a little bit of a disgrace, if you ask me. But anyway, let's get into today's game. We are going to be taking on Juve at home. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances, given how we've played, but, well, recent form hasn't looked all that rosy. I did rest the team for the most recent game against Tottenham. We played a rotated squad. So I'm hoping that, you know, for our first 11 here, they're going to come in, fresh as a daisy, pick up a nice result, and we'll do well going into the second leg. Anyway, apparently we should tightly mark Cristiano Ronaldo. That sounds like a good idea for me. You can see, looking at their team, they've got Dybala, and they've also got this guy whose name I've never heard said aloud, Dejan Kulusevski. He is really good in Football Manager this year, this Swedish international. He looks very good as well. Yeah, we might need to be a little bit fearful of him and Dybala in the midfield. Equally, defensively, they've got Chiellini, Bonucci, De Ligt. Not a bad three. I mean, the whole Juve team is pretty good, as I suppose you would expect. They are in the Champions League semi-finals for a reason. You don't tend to fluke your way to this stage in the competition. And I guess primarily for us, it's going to be about keeping a clean sheet. Of course, because this is a big game, we get the beautiful little lineup screens. I wish you could have these for all the matches in Football Manager. To me, that would be a really good addition. And also, if we could have it a little bit bigger, it'd be nice. And stay on screen longer. I want to enjoy it. You've got these flashy graphics, Football Manager. I see them about 3 times a season if I'm having a good season. Anyway, let's get into this. The nerves might be showing in my commentary today. I feel nervous. I can't really explain it other than to say that until you've uploaded videos to YouTube on the internet and you know people are watching, you can't understand the pressure I feel. It's like there's actual fans watching. You guys expect me to do well this year. A lot of you telling me Football Manager is too easy this year. I have no doubt it'll be fine-tuned before the end of the beta. But as a result of me being told it's easy, I have to win a Champions League. I want to do it this year if I can. We're in a great position to do so. But we need to get results in these kind of games. Oh my word. Rashford to Martial. What an incredible ball. What a touchdown. Martial, wrong side of the post. A chance for goal number 31 of the season is wasted by the Frenchman. Puts it the wrong side of the stick. Juve live to fight another day. And in fact, they've got a throw in here. Chiellini takes it. We head it out, but only as far as Bentancur. Chiellini again with it here. Might look to switch the play. There's a man on this near side that I'm fearful of, although Ronaldo's there. Ronaldo's quite good. Oh my word, David De Gea, you are forgiven for your howler against Man City. What a stop that was by the keeper. The shot drilled at the near post, but he got a strong palm to it, and well, he saved another one. I thought that I'd hit the woodwork. It absolutely hadn't. De Gea is coming to our rescue right now. It's not really what I want to be saying 15 minutes into this game. Bailly is going to get this header away. Of course, Bailly kind of got a point to prove now. He's grown on me this year, but not grown on me enough to not justify signing Bastoni. And whilst Harry Maguire and Bastoni are likely to be our starting two, Bailly's got to fight for a spot in the first team. He's got to prove his worth. You can see, looking at the stats in this game, we've had more shots and have a significantly higher XG, just not taking the chances that are going our way right now. Going to try encouraging the players. Look at those green smiley faces. They absolutely love me. Half an hour gone, though. And it remains 0-0. There is not many chances in this game very, very early on. Apparently I should encourage a shorter passing style of play. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bruno Fernandes whipping it in. Martial's there. Hits the outside of the post. And goes wide. I mean, for a game that's 0-0, we have had chances in this game. I guess the big scary being for me is Ronaldo on the other team. Cristiano Ronaldo in Football Manager, he's a bit like a cheat code. You just can't afford to give him a chance because he will just absolutely punish you for it. Anyway, Cuadrado here, whipping in the ball. De Gea collects that slightly unorthodoxly. Where is he going to distribute this now? He's going to go over the top to Bruno, who does get it eventually. Now with Martial, options left and right. Martial, oh, in fact, not Martial, Rashford. Dinks through from Bruno Fernandes, gets on the end of it. For some reason, whenever I see a man leading the way in a one-on-one, I instinctively say Martial. Martial just gets all the chances for us. No, it was Rashford. Of course it was Rashford. Martial was involved in the earlier phase of play. This ball by Bruno, though, little dink over the shoulder. I think it's De Ligt there who gets caught completely out of position. And, well, Rashford punishes. Goal number 21. That is my lucky number. Is that a sign? I'm certainly going to hope so. Played well, but there's room for improvement. I'm going to tell the players I'm delighted with the solid defensive work. I'm going to tell the playmakers, not the playmakers, the midfielders, well, pump fist, you've got what it takes, I believe in you. And for whatever reason, despite just telling the midfielders, Martial's motivated by it. So you know what, rather than ruin the team talk by saying anything more, let's go into the second half, shall we? Taken an early lead in this game, but I would like more than a 1-goal lead going into the away leg against Juve. I mean, so far our midfield has not looked beaten, which is pretty good considering the rotation that we've had to do. Martial threaded through by Sancho. Can Martial finish it? He dinks the keeper. Szczesny gets a huge fingertip save to dink it over the crossbar. We have still got a chance here with Bruno Fernandes whipping in the ball. Headed away by De Ligt. Will Bruno keep it in? Of course he will. Although I fear much like FM20, when you have a really good chance and then get a corner highlight, the corner very rarely leads to anything, and that was certainly the case there. Juve coming forward. An action-packed start to the first 10 minutes of this half as Tellez heads it clear, only as far as Bentancur. Now with Arta. Bentancur tries to dink in Ronaldo. What an incredible ball. Ronaldo fluffs his lines. That is embarrassing. Can Ronaldo do it on a cold Wednesday night at Old Trafford? Maybe he can in a United shirt. So far, not able to do it in a Juve shirt. Like, I should probably make some changes at this point. Fred is on a booking. He's looking a bit tired. You know what? Van der Beek, I know you're carrying a little bit of a knock, but I'm going to bring you on. Martial's not been great today, so let's bring in Greenwood. Do a double change. Getting a new deep line playmaker, a new man leading the line. Mason Greenwood has been just a superb super sub this year. Oh, Sancho's not looking good. I wonder if he took a knock. Oh, Rashford's got a knock. Oh, my word. Don't fall apart now. There's another leg to play, lads. Bruno tries to thread through Greenwood. Can't quite get there. Musa, though, keeps it alive, nodding it down to Sancho, who is going to run down this wing. What a run. Jadon Sancho. He almost justified his huge price tag right there, but unfortunately his shot has gone narrowly wide. I'm a bit nervous about this Rashford injury. Let's take him off. I do not want to risk any kind of aggravation. With all the injuries we've had of this season, especially the second half this season, they really have started to add up. I want to protect all the players in any way I can. 12 minutes left here. Juve with a free kick just inside our half. Christensen to Dybala, now with Weston McKennie. He's going to thread through Ronaldo. Ronaldo hits it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Goal number 31 for him. He officially has more goals than Martial. And just right after I've said, can he do it at Old Trafford? He can do it at Old Trafford. I take it all back. He's amazing. I'm kind of surprised he's not scored sooner. He's had a few opportunities in this game. Harry Maguire not really tracking his runner particularly well. Ronaldo smashes it first time. Could De Gea have done a bit better? I feel like given all the saves he's made in this game, it'd be a little bit harsh to blame the Spanish keeper right there. And while time is trickling away, I am going to encourage the lads and go attacking here. I feel like we need a goal. I feel like we need to take a goal. We've deserved so much more than the 1-1 in this game. But Juve have held firm. We've had 17 corners. That's a lot of corners. I mean, imagine if they score again now. That would be a gut punch, Football Manager. Do not do that to us. Alexandro with it. Back to Chiellini. Inside to Christensen. Dybala now with it. We've had more chances. We've been the better team. We need to take something late if we can. Memphis gives away the ball to Christensen again, who's been bossing this match. Memphis now with it. Options on ahead. De Ligt goes flying in. That could be a red card. That looked like a horrible tackle. It was a horrible tackle, my word. I mean, unfortunately, we've not really got any time to capitalise on it because it's happened with 2 minutes into added time. But that could be pretty big for the second leg. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy with the performance. Apparently, my system wanted me to tell them I was happy. I am not going to lie to you, boys. You were awful. We failed to win. Silver lining, if there is one, is the fact De Ligt has been sent off. That is going to hurt them going into the next leg. Rashford is out for 5 to 8 days. That could be a little bit of a problem. We have, of course, got a midweek game. I say midweek game. It's the game of the weekend. It feels midweek relative to the Champions League, doesn't it? Against Southampton, much like last episode. We're going to gloss over that. We could be Premier League champions when we're back. I think we do need a few results to go in our favour. But regardless, a game against Juve. I'm playing a rotated team against Southampton. Not a good first leg performance. Plenty to do come next Wednesday. Okay guys, so we are going into the second leg against Juventus, and as you can see, looking at the team, we're just about at full strength, which I don't feel like I've been able to say that much in recent months. Of course, we did just play the one game against Southampton, a comfortable 4-0 win. Dan James scoring again. Ever since I said last episode I wanted to sell him and stuff, he keeps scoring in the matches between Champions League games where I played a rotated side. I still don't think we're making a decision to sell him for £20 million, but I suppose you guys can be the judge of that. But yes, the good news is we won 4-0, comfortable result, and most importantly, it gave our first team a chance to rest and reflect. And so looking at the team today, whilst a few players are lacking perhaps a little in-match sharpness, I'm willing to rush them a little back into the team. Rashford does not need a fitness test. He is, he remains some short of full match fitness, apparently. Now I'm doubting myself. I was sat thinking maybe I'm going to play Rashford. Obviously, he picked up that knock last match. Do I play Depay? Depay has been good. Depay has been good. Do I do it? Is that the right decision? I mean, Rashford was the game changer last time. You know what? He got the goal last match. On the bench for this one. That's the plan. You'll also notice here, Edwards slowly coming back from injury. Could possibly play 45 minutes if we need him to. And of course, Pogba back in the team today. That's perhaps the big real addition. We have missed him a lot, I feel like, in our recent run of games. I say that. His replacement, of course, in Musa, did actually get the Premier League Young Player of the Month for April. So, in Pogba's absence, Yunus here did actually do quite a good job. So, well done, Musa. You deserve a round of applause. Anyway, Juventus, head in the game, Jack. This is big, this is serious. In terms of how we're going to approach it, I want to stick to our philosophy. We will adapt if we need to. We will make some amendments if it isn't really working. But I feel like our general shape it lines up quite nicely against the unique shape of Juventus, where they're playing 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, 2 centre-mids, 2 centre-attacking mids. It's a weird formation to try and go up against, as you can see here. But I do feel like we are quite well suited to match it. And for that reason, I don't really want to change anything too drastically. Of course, we are going with our 4-2-3-1. Is that really our recent form? That is not our recent form. That's not our recent form. That is incorrect, Football Manager. You are lying. You are drunk. It's a beta. It's a beta. Anyway, it's 1-1 after the first leg. Juve got that all-important away goal. So for us, we know that we have to get at least 1 goal today as a bare minimum. I'm hoping we're going to do a little more than that, but I think this is going to be tough. This is going to be a difficult game, I have absolutely no doubt. Memphis inside to Bruno, who hits it straight into the hands of Szczesny, who clutches hold of it. But yes, it's been a close first leg. Of course, that late goal was a difference maker. They are without De Ligt, though, so defensively, maybe lacking one of their star men, dare I say. Anyway, Juve knocking the ball around nicely. Cuadrado on the overlap on this far side. Going to look to get the ball in. Tellez nods it away to the edge of the area. Well, to the edge of our own half, rather. Further away from safety than it needed to be. Oh, my word. That could have gone in. Kulusevski, I still don't know how to say his name. He's hit the woodwork there. Kulusevski. It's not that difficult, Jack. Names are hard. Anyway, I'm going to get a little bit... I'm going to encourage the boys. I was going to get a bit shouty, but this year, demanding more doesn't work. You've got to be kind. So we'll just do a bit of encouragement for the players. Lots of green, happy faces. Looking at the stats, we've got a slightly higher XG, despite having fewer chances. So the opportunities we craft out are better ones. That said, you know, as I said, we've got to score a goal. That is the bare minimum today. We have to score at least 1 goal. A 0-0 will not cut it. Of course, if they score here, which Ronaldo has, we do now need, 2 goals to avoid extra time. 1 goal would be good enough for extra time. But, disappointing. Alexandro bringing the ball forward. Maguire puts in a tackle. Van der Beek does not react well. There is a gap in the team where Maguire was, and De Gea gets kind of half a hand to it before it ends up in the bottom corner. Pretty disappointing by the keeper, if I might say so. Was it offside? VAR says no. Ronaldo timing his run to perfection. Getting another goal against United. Not what I want to see, really. You can see at their back line, they've got Demiral, I think that's how you say his name, in at the back now, who's a pretty good centre-back in replacement for De Ligt. So they're still a good team, but we're going to look to punish them here. Martial, go on, Martial. I really believed in him until I saw that he was going to take a shot from the position he took the shot. I thought he was going to be able to beat his man. Didn't have faith in himself. And, well, Sancho did not have faith in the passer there to get the ball to him. Kulusevski hits it, goes wide of the mark. Giving away the ball a little bit, trying to play out from the back. Let's just lower the tempo a little bit. Relax. Let's not rush anything. Slow the play down. With their midfield setup, it's going to be kind of difficult to beat Juve, I feel like, down the middle. I'm just wondering if I want to actually change things and make us play a little wider. We'll let this highlight play out first as Ronaldo gives it back to Sancho. This could be Sandro. Sancho is there, to be fair, marking him unsuccessfully. Ball whipped in to Cuadrado. Dybala's there, shot blocked. Van der Beek clears it. Let's just look at things. So tactically, I think in possession we want to play wider here. Let's try and focus the play down the wings. Let's try and get an overload going in the wide areas. They are playing their system with the wing backs and the kind of 2 attacking mids, 2 centre mids. Considering we do like to play quite narrow anyway, there's going to be a very congested midfield. So I want us to just try and stretch them a little wider here. Memphis flicks it on. Martial on the volley, just wide of the post. A golden opportunity there, wasted. Looking at the XG, we've got a better XG. We've had the better chances. Maybe we can get a goal here before half-time. 3 minutes of added time. We're into the first of those. Ball attempted to get to Sancho, switched, and it's failed. And now, well, Ronaldo's bringing it forward. De Gea's in no man's land. Makes a good save, to be fair, the keeper, but that could have ended very, very nastily. They're quite good on the break. They're quite good on the break, it turns out. De Gea holds on to another header. Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo is quite good in Football Manager, it turns out. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought this man would be quite good in Football Manager? What a mad... I wanted to sign him. £1 million a week. I don't know if I can justify spending a quarter of my wage budget on him. Anyway, you can see here at half-time, it is 1-0 to Juve. They had earlier chances, but we came into the game later on. And I'm going to throw a water bottle. Oh, demotivated. Demotivated. Right, pump the fists. If you demotivate the boys, pump the fists. They love it. Just pump your fists. I've got more. I expect more from you. You've got what it takes. Memphis is looking scared. Can I tell you what would be nice? I don't know why I've tried to do it. Trying to sub off Rashford here. Bring on Rashford for Memphis because I think I'm going to do that change. Sorry, Memphis. You look uninspired. Rashford obviously carrying a little bit of a knock. Bit of a question mark about him. Early change in this half. Bring him on. Try and get him to make an impact here. Of course, this does remain a game where one goal would change it quite radically. A goal for us would see it go to 2-2 on aggregate. As they give away the ball short there. Oh my word, we've got to score this. Rashford bends it into the bottom corner. Can we discuss the curve on that finish? That was not a thing last year in Football Manager. Marcus Rashford, goal 22. Playing out from the back, a turnover in possession. Martial read it, but then this finish here by Rashford just curves it into the bottom corner, squeezes it in. A top quality finish in a top quality moment. Oh, we needed that. And now the game changes. It would go to extra time if things remain as they are. If we get 1 goal, Juve need 2 because of away goals. Martial's there on the volley. Goal number 31. He didn't get it last game. He gets it here. A quick fire double to start the half. If in doubt, throw a water bottle. We are now 3-2 up with more away goals. Juventus need 2. That is a quick 1-2 punch delivered to Juve. How will they react now? They are going to be wobbling. They are going to be on the ropes. The referee might start to count them out if time continues to whittle away, but with half an hour left, I kind of want to stick with what we're doing here. We've looked pretty good. Trying to, play a little wider in the attacking phases. It's definitely seen us create more opportunities as the ball's looped to Martial, who takes it down. Can he finish it? He can't. Szczesny gets down well to it. And Alexandro is ultimately going to get the ball away. Look at our XG. That is a very high score for that number of shots. Anyway, Sancho's been poor today. I'm going to bring in Marcus Edwards, I think. Also, Van der Beek's been a bit quiet. Let's bring in Fred. Fred's impressed me, actually, when we've had to use him this year. Let's give him the nod again at deep line playmaker. Get some fresh legs into the team. I'm hoping Edwards is going to be able to do something, to be honest. He's been just a little bit quiet. Ever since he's had all his injuries, he's struggled a tad. I've tried to encourage the players there, and as you can see, unimpressed. But what I am impressed by is how quickly that timer is ticking upwards. A Champions League final awaits, and just so you know, I didn't want to mention it earlier because I felt like I'd be jinxing it. It would be against PSG, who knocked out... Who did they knock out? Bayern Munich, they knocked out on penalties. Time's trickling away. We're going to a Champions League final, folks. This is huge. This is massive. Referee, blow the whistle. What an away win. And the Rashford sub at half-time was the game changer. It could have been more goals. They did nothing in the second half. Completely nullified the threat that Juve possessed. And we did it a hard way. Couldn't get a result in the home leg. Went away, went to their back garden. And well, we've come away with a result. And with that, we qualified for the Club World Cup, everyone. That's exciting. Of course, it's the new format, the Club World Cup, and it happens next summer. Oh, I can't wait. And as you can see here, it is confirmed officially. We will take PSG on in the final. That is pretty blooming big, if I might say so myself. We have done very, very well here. Looking further ahead, the FA Cup final with the rescheduled season, as you can see here, is against Tottenham in mid-May. So next episode, we're going to come back for that. So yeah, that's going to be huge. First of a couple of cup finals. We have a chance at doing the quadruple here. Some people have asked, Jack, if you do the quadruple, what is the plan? Well, firstly, I am keeping a close eye on Leicester, because if Leicester go down, the job becomes available. Would it be mad to go to Leicester? Would that be crazy if we have a really successful first season? I know there's a few other Leicester Let's Plays out there, but maybe going down to them in the Championship could be pretty fun for a season or two. But of course, just as a little reminder, I have mentioned it before, Park to Prem this year will be back hopefully as soon as the start of December. So even if we dominate this season and we feel like, you know what, we've done it all at United, maybe we'll do a bottom at Christmas challenge or something as a short-term save ahead of the big kind of first long-term save of the year. If you've got any thoughts or opinions on that, obviously you've got to the end of this video, so I do value your opinion more so than most because you're one of the hardcore, you're one of the WorkTheSpace ultras. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. A huge result against Juve. Very, very proud of that. Hopefully we can do just as well next time against Tottenham. And well, until then, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.